Hello, welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. It's me, A. Proustian. And once again, it's been a few days and I have to remember what's going on. I think I'm going to check with... What do I have here? Yeah, we think this is Hammer. I remember that. We're trying to figure out who the actual murderer is at this point. So pretty obviously, Hammer drugged Will Powers and went over to Studio 2, where someone killed him. The question is who and why. Oh, right. 5 years ago, there was an incident. Okay. Let's go back to Studio 2, I guess. Probably makes the most sense. Or, hello. Anything to talk to you about? No, we already did. What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? Oh, right, I was supposed to talk to her about the incident 5 years ago. The thing that made Jack Hammer, like, he accidentally killed someone or something? It's all coming back to me. All right. The old wood bag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. No, we need to talk to her because maybe she'll tell us more about what happened with Hammer so that people like us will remember him. Yeah, 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols, the assistant we talked to? I could not have told you that was her last name. Nice job, Maya. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that. And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? I should have known she wouldn't take this well. No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. Expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I mean, we have the sleeping pills. That's as much proof as we have? I'll try it. I'm sorry, Ms. Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. With this, I hope. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof he used those pills on Powers? Here. Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes. So? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I'm ruining her worldview. This is not going to go well. She either adapts or she breaks. Let's see. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Okay, she's adapting. Ms. Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Ms. Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. The photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. Ooh. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Ms. Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Ms. Oldbag. Here, take this. Huh? A photograph? Is it the photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy on the top of the stairs there. He had pushed the other actor, and the man fell onto the flower box fence. Ooh. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. These people need to make less dangerous props. It's a prop. Make it out of fucking foam. Okay, that's something. Let's keep going back this way. Go to Studio 2? See if she'll talk to us now that we have the photograph. Can I just present it to her? Oh, I have so many things. Like, this is the first time I've been on to 2 things. Actually, before I do that, let's talk and see. Okay, never mind. I will present. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Oldbag, Nick. Good thing Maya's keeping track of people's names. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Uh-huh. It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Okay, then I will go inside the trailer. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Huh. Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Ms. Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. Yeah, that's a motive for murder. Being blackmailed. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. He used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. But see, that seems so weird. Why would she do that if she wants to make money off of him? Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. To think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? So Hammer murdered that guy on purpose? Okay, here's a couple of options right now. It was Hammer coming to kill Vasquez because she's blackmailing him. Maybe he was coming to kill the director because he did this on purpose and the director knows. Maybe there's some connection there that I will hopefully figure out. In which case, maybe it was self-defense that somebody killed Hammer, you know? Oh, there's so much here to figure out. No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? Yeah, Phoenix, that's what she means. That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Huh. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Yeah, Maya, she is very biased. Oh, well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought the photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. Huh. So that's why she had the photo. And didn't want to talk about how she got it. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys. Oh, shit. It's her Yakuza pals. No, excuse me, we're in the States. Quote-unquote California. Is there much mafia in California? I guess I associate them more with East Coast and Midwest, but anyways. Maybe there is a big Hollywood presence for all I know. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? She's so damn cool. I know she's threatening to have us murdered right here, but like she's just so cool about it. What? The trial ends tomorrow. How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! Hold it right there. Gumshoe! Dick Gumshoe to the rescue! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Yeah, she's a much more likely suspect than the director, but just physically I would be surprised if she could pull it off. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. It's true, you wouldn't. Hopefully. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you! I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. What's his other job to do? Well, Nick, looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. I mean, signs do point to her. She's certainly the more violent of between her and Sal Manella, I suppose. Let's save. And then obviously we continue on. 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4. Our favorite. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Sorry, I was just thinking about the perspective. When it shows us the courtroom from the point of view, I'll have to pay attention to this the next time. from behind the witness facing the judge. I think it has Edgeworth on the left and Phoenix on the right, which means that when we cut to Phoenix and cut to Edgeworth during their individual scenes, it's from the judge's point of view, because Phoenix is on the left and Edgeworth is on the right. That's really interesting. I'll have to pay attention to see if that's true. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Yeah, okay, yeah. See, I was right. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. So this is from the judge's point of view. That's fascinating. Alright, prosecution calls Ms. D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? See, I should have known it because it's when you face the witness box this way, and so the judge is behind us. Okay. D. Vasquez, I'm a producer for Global Studios. That was a lot less drama for him to get her name and profession than, like, everyone else. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. I just like needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please, give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. If she is, I'm not sure yet. We'll see. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. Did anybody ever find the evil magistrate costume? I wonder what's going on with that. Huh. Oh, the judge has a question. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van? There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. Okay, van added to court record. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. I mean, you say that, but aren't we also going to interview, or, you know, cross-examine Salmonella? I mean, I guess we've already done him, but... I entered the trailer a little before noon. Okay, let's start pressing around stuff. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? I think the answer to that, Phoenix, is yes. Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a little bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Okay, the rehearsal afterwards, we went to Studio 1. When exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? Oh, we already know this. It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the Studio 2 van. Oh, right. My question is, what path did they take? If the monkeys had blocked the path, how did the van get there? Okay, 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. I wondered if she would be mad at him for that. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Kinda wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. Somewhere. Ooh. Oh, geez. What stuff do I even have here, though? How do I have anything? To help. I'm curious about the van. And like I said, what path did it take? I don't know how to get to that. Anything? Say she didn't. Took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Man. Like, what would I present here? I don't know how to use the stuff I have. Took the 15-minute break. Okay. No. Alright. Somewhere. Man, this is a tough one. This feels like a long shot. I'm just gonna present the van. Your Honor, that statement I don't think it does. Yeah. Yeah, shit. I lost help. I just don't know what to do here. Something to prove she didn't eat it. None of this proves she didn't eat it. $2.15 and 4. I guess it was removed, so it was clear after 4. This is Hammer's T-bone steak. It has nothing to do with her. It's in the employee area. Oh. Maybe the monkey's head somewhere, somehow? But it doesn't. Oh, no. I don't know what to do. 15-minute break in the meeting. Like, am I missing something? This is actually a question. Is it possible for me to come into one of these things without all the information and all the materials? It feels unlikely. But I don't know what to do. Took a 15-minute break. They ate T-bone steaks at the table. What would I even do? I can't think of any connection between any of this. So I think I'm just gonna have to, like, guess. And then if I run out of health, I guess I'll see what happens when I lose a court case. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just present the monkey head. I don't think this is helpful. Shoot. Yeah, nope. Part of it is I don't know if it's the right thing at the wrong time, or if, said something about eating the steak, so I'm just gonna... But I don't have anything that contradicts that. Can I try this here? Oh, this is new. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright. Oh, damn. Ugh, I must be on the wrong track? Yeah, I know I'm on the wrong track, but I don't know what the right track is. Present the time of death? They aren't. No! I don't know what to do! Okay. So it's not that. I've got one more try. Guide map. Okay, so this is the end of it. Okay, well, what happens if I run out of testimony health? Murmur. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Uh-oh. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Willpowers, guilty. Which is silly. He obviously didn't do it. Held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. Court is adjourned. I'm sorry, Will. I'm gonna fix it. Ugh. But I honestly don't know. I'm gonna do the thing where I try the full auto skip. Here's what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna see if there's anything about the T-bone steaks. Because at least it's about steaks, even though this is the employee area one. Aha, as I thought. Claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate? This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Oh, there were no bones. Okay. I thought that this couldn't be the connecting evidence because it was from the employee area. Alright, I get it now. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone. I think I know how. You ate the bone, too. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like in that incinerator. I see. Then what was Ms. Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order. Are you saying... Yes, Your Honor. As Ms. Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. I'm just not convinced she did, but maybe she did. I mean, her face there makes it look like she did. Mr. Wright. Isn't that a little presumptuous? Yeah, Edward's gonna get in here. What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it. Oh, shit. That's why she had Sal take her in the van to transport the body. Okay, I believe it now. Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, I've already died once today, so we'll see. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes? I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? See, this is what I've been kind of wondering. I don't think she could. You couldn't, could you? I think you would have had a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. The fence! If he fell on the fence the same way in the photo... Because after all, the spear was held together with duct tape. It was broken anyways. Ha, you see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Huh? Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. Okay. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I'm gonna assume it's the duct tape. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through. Someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Right? Order, order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what your... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was? How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can! Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I love his smart-ass face. I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Okay. Alright. Touché. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. I'm gonna show this. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying... Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Yep. Has happened again. See, and gravity does most of the work there, so she could, if she just got him to fall, I guess it would work. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Ms. D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside of the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer himself had done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. Oh, she can take the manslaughter charge, maybe. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that he caused another man to die 5 years ago. Poetic justice, I guess. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Would explain why there wasn't so much blood, right? If it all mostly went down. Ho ho, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you in my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Oh, that's right, his costume was switched. That would have been hard for her to do. Did Sal help her? Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned it to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? No, he didn't have to be. It was in the van. There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than her own hands? For instance... Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Huh? Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. The van. Ms. Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony? There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. Indeed. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. What's Sal Manella been doing through all this? Wouldn't he have witnessed all this? Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Sal Manella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Likely? But I'll say maybe he wasn't. Just so that I'm not having to come up with... Okay, I'll try of course he wasn't. Of course he wasn't. Ha! So without Mr. Manella noticing anything, she put the body in the van, then managed to put the body into the costume? Are you seriously suggesting that is possible? Maybe he was a conspirator. Of course I'm not serious. Okay, he was a conspirator. My first instinct was right. I was kidding. To lighten up the proceedings. Lighten? You can't lighten up a murder? Mr. Wright, the court requests you refrain from making claims in jest. Yes, Your Honor. Of course Salmonella had to have been a conspirator. Okay, that was my first thought, and then I doubted myself. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Ms. Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. Right, and the magistrate costume wasn't. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Ms. Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. Huh. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? Dots for everybody. So what happens next? Huh? Don't me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I mean, she already said you win. She's like, I just said that. Wait, so you mean... D. Vasquez, so it was you. You killed Jack Hammer. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Keep up. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. Ugh! What do I do now? Testify again, Vasquez. I'd like you to testify again. I guess? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Shit. Damn. Damn! Come so far, only to fail. Where's Mia when I need her? So it seems there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Ms. Vasquez. Edgeworth? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. Okay, my new favorite Edgeworth moment. I didn't. I see. Very well. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does that make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I do see little point in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Huh, well, yes, Indeed. Verily, I say. Ergo. He's just filling space here. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick, why did Edgeworth? Who knows? Probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth, maybe wants a guilty person more than a guilty verdict. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. See no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. Okay, well, let's press her on some stuff first. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal. By the way, I'm gonna save in case I mess this up again. So at least I can load from here. Okay, we were to meet at 5 o'clock for the rehearsal. So I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manella arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Let's press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call in? Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. I'll press harder. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around. You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. I'm not sure that's true. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. Very well, Miss Vasquez, you may continue. Immediately called the police, Powers showed up. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Like this? Silence. Hey Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Let's not. We got in trouble last time. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying, he did it! Old bag, the security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Press harder, I guess. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all this after the fact. Photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. Yeah. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. Huh. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. Yeah. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that, since we were in a meeting, there was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you. Covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on it with all these bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. Yeah. I'm back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. Okay, but she didn't know where the script was. We had to go find it. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder, after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. But she didn't know there was a murder before she got there, unless she did it. Very well. Ms. Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Ms. Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Thank you, Edgeworth. You noticed what I noticed. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Oh my god, if Edgeworth gets the killing blow here, I would kind of love it. Mr. Edgeworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So, the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Huh? Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. Okay, but Hammer wasn't injured, Powers was injured. You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. I was with Sal and Old Bag when we found the body. What time was that? Oh, this is... Okay, so we already did this. Okay. I don't know what I have to present. Wait. I think it's... She said she knew Hammer was injured. Present. Yeah. You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Ms. Vasquez, you saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but was it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. Right, he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah, and when was he doing this? On his way to Studio 2. Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Ms. Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in the Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. That's pretty good. Order. I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. I mean, I wouldn't put it past her. Very well. I have a question for you. Irk. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. So you would need a motive. Yeah, nobody's talked about motive at all for any of this. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Of course I can. Okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Ms. Vasquez's motive in this murder. Fuck me. I actually have two guesses here as to what might be useful. Either this picture, the 5-year-old photo, or something here. I'm gonna try this first, because it's probably more likely. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. Yeah, this photo reveals the motive in this murder. Does it? I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom, so maybe she undercut him on purpose. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Ms. D. Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Maybe something about the other man in the... who died? Please explain Ms. Vasquez's motive. Reveal evidence. Okay. Okay, so that one wasn't it. Shit. God, this makes me nervous. I mean, this was the other thing that I kind of thought maybe. It doesn't seem like a good idea, but I'll try. This is my proof. And this tells us why Miss Vasquez wanted to kill Mr. Hammer. The tale it proves is that the defense attorney has completely lost his marbles. Shit, yeah. The court requests you find your marbles immediately. And I'm afraid I have to penalize you for waste of the court's time. Okay. I think we're so close. This one through, please. Yeah, I wanted a better hint than that, Maya. Did she have no motive? I'll just say that then. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. Oh, okay, so was it self-defense? All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Yeah, I believe it. Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. So that was like my original theory back when I first confronted her at the beginning of this episode. And I just didn't think they'd go that route. Because she seems so angry about it. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Oh, Manuel, so this is the first time. Manuel. Miss Vasquez, please, try to remain calm. No! How could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No! Manuel! Don't touch him. Miss Vasquez? No! I feel bad for her. I think she had a personal connection with this other guy. Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor, as calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty. I love the way the letters come in, the confetti. Hell yeah. That is all. This court is adjourned. I'm a little bit over time, but I'd like to go ahead and finish up this trial, so next time I can start with a new one. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Ms. Vasquez. To think that he tried to frame me for the murder. Makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Let's look at some evidence here. Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... I think it's maybe this. Now is when I get to use this? Take that! It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai? Yeah, he wanted to be the big star. Yeah, Mr. Hammer was a big star once. But he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as the villain to boot. Kids love the Steel Samurai. So he hated you. I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him any time. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP. Oh? Oh! Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Huh? Is something wrong? No, of course not. Oh, she knows it's not being continued. Ah! Nick! Edgeworth! He looks very funny. Full on. Anything to say? Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. What? Liar. Okay, that makes more sense. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. Oh god, if that doesn't set the internet aflame, I don't know what dialogue would. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Edgeworth, I think you're going to be disappointed on that front. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What a good question. What? Friends? As if? They're rivals. Rivals? Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Fade to black? And so the curtain closed on another trial. It caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. Oh, they went back to making kids shows again. Pink Princess. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today. You're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant? Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? Does he? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real will powers. Oh my god. Amazing. The end. That was a good one. I love that it ended up being self-defense. I think I confused myself later thinking it would be more nefarious than that. Um, but it wasn't. So, all right. Saving content. There we go. All right, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you again the next time when I start the next trial. See you then. Bye.